didn't have my mics up. There we go. Yeah. Well, thanks, blatantly. You know, some people will let you be on and they won't even say nothing. Like no audio, but I love that about my community and and my people. We don't want to see each other fail. Good. All right. So that's the SP404 right there. I think the SP404 in some ways, what up, Beats by Lonze? Beats by Lonze. Yeah. Let me see if my vocals are low. Sometimes the vocals will be a little low. Hey, 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 hey. So we got the crew up in the house. Blatantly blatant from the Blatantly Blatant Network. We got Beats by Lonze up in here. We got the Khalif Wins. My dude, Khalif Wins. Great social media strategist. Got a mind like a computer, man. He's the chat GPT of social media strategy. You got the drum machine specialist on here. Beats by Lonze. You almost there, dude. I think, maybe I should talk a little bit about monetization. You was on a 404 last night with one sample. You know, it's like that. I figure I'd give y'all a new look. This is the new look, the new view right here. So now you can see me work from this angle when I'm making beats. So tell me don't buy the P6. I don't know. Some people been on the P6, you know. Linda's son. Check out some of his videos. He got the P6. I see some people like it. I haven't really delved into it that much. You know, my thought process is, I got the SP404. Do I really need the P6? You know, right now, So I'm always loving the camera. Yo, it's you, man. You hooked me up. Yo, I came to your live, yo. And when I saw how good the live looked, I said, I got to step my game up. I got to step my game up. I said, Blatant is doing it, man. My man Blatantly, yo, you doing it up, man. I like the direction your channel is going, So I just wanted to come up with some different angles, Some different angles. Yeah, buddy. I always got the rear view. So just made got the pause in advance. I got the cockpit going a certain way. So, yeah. But a lot of people they're liking the P6. I haven't heard any bad reviews or anything like that. None. I haven't heard any bad reviews so far. What is that? I got that twice vertical. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to step it up, man. Get things a little different. So, you see, I'm not trying to get it. If you said I'm trying to get it, I want two features: the granular samples and the sample rate change. I'm close to hitting that button on sounds. Don't do it yet, man. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Well, I don't know if you do it. Tell me what you like about it. You can give us a good review on it. So which angle? Which angle you like? The one that's facing down? This right here, the side view? You like this angle? Let me see how the sound in here. I need to turn Ableton on, but I haven't done it yet. Pull up Ableton. 12.1. We're trying to get monetized in here. Oh, sorry. We got people that's trying to do it up. You like this angle? Right here. I figured this is a better tutorial angle. You said, thanks, I need that. Yeah, the side view. Yes, this is my teaching angle right here. Uh-oh, Artoria's got some updates. Update it right now. Analog Lab Pro just got an update, so I'm updating that in the background. Yeah, so that's what I want to do. I'm trying to get this in a position where I can teach, and then have an angle because I noticed like one of the videos I just put up in the NPC family. If I had a better angle looking down on the NPC, it would have been better. So now, and then also, this is, even though this is wireless, this is my wireless keyboard. I'm not going to be using this one here. I have a smaller wireless keyboard I'm going to use here because this, when I'm teaching, this boom, this flaps up a lot and it falls down. But yeah, I want to kind of talk about that, and I'm going to do an official video, but I figure it'd be good if I like kind of talk about monetization, and I talk about getting monetized and the things you think is going to happen after you get monetized, because then your mindset is like, yeah, after I get monetized, I'm gonna make this money and blah 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 blah, and it don't work like that. The hustle gets a little harder because now now you kind of got an idea of what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and then you have to go back in and you have to start fixing what you're doing wrong, because now you're not just doing it after you get monetized. You're not just doing this for to get to a certain point. Now you're trying to maintain, as well as you're trying to put yourself in a position where this can be a business and you can make a side income. So that's one of the things that I've noticed about this. So it's coming up with ideas, it's being consistent with your ideas, creating video, not looking at other competition and sitting back and judging yourself, on them, but running your race, but at the same time ensuring that you're doing things. You want to build a skill set, you want to learn, but you also want to be able to help others. I put the thing up about the manual, and I don't want people to take that the wrong way and think that just because I put the manual up there don't mean, like, I'm not saying you shouldn't help somebody, you shouldn't give them information, you shouldn't be there and be a blessing to them. You know what I mean? I'm not coming from that perspective. Let's see what's up with this thing. I'm not coming from that perspective. I'm coming from the whole thing of me mentioning the manual was to get people to not believe some of the nonsense that people were talking about. What I mean by that is some people were focusing on, oh, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that, this isn't done, that isn't done. But then if you looked at the manual, you saw that there were some things that are going to be there, and they do list things that are issues. Like when you really get when you get the update and you went to the update, and when you looked at the new update, you saw a laundry list of issues. We're beta. We're testing in the beta right now. So while we're in the beta, we got to make a little bit of changes, and keep. Somebody said something. He said that manual video was needed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I wanted to let people know that, don't listen to what other people say. Get it for yourself. And I'm not saying that just because you got a manual means that you don't share your information. That's how we're communal people. And as being communal, we want to be part of a community. We want to share information, to get something back. There's nothing like the reward of giving someone something and then getting something back. That's value, that's the value we trying to add, so the video wasn't like, oh, just, I hate, read the effing manual. I hate when people do that. Don't do that. I'm like, help people, serve people, things of that nature. But yeah, so that's one thing. But and that's also how you get monetized. You get monetized by helping people. You either going to entertain them or you're going to educate them, or you may do a combination of both. Edutainment. Well, I've learned nobody cares about your beats. Nobody cares about your beats. Your beats mean nothing. You know, even when you watch what's my guy Cooking Soul. even when you watch Cooking Soul, he's going through the devices, the gear. He's showing you how to use the gear and how he made the beat, and then after that, you get to hear the full cook up. You know, so, and then even if he does give you beats, he's going to give you some entertainment through a visual reference. Like he'll have movie videos and that supplement with his music and things of that nature. My man Khalif said I should get that shirt. I ain't gonna put it all out there, but let me see what's going on with these. I'm trying to get the messages right. I think I got it. Catch the Labs, yo, blatantly. Shout out to you for the Catch the Labs. When I saw that, I said, I gotta get that. He said, I'm not gonna lie. NPC users who complain about every little thing are the same ones who don't make beats that much. That's like dudes that talk crazy. You know what would be different? It'd be different if they were reviewers and they reviewed the product, and after they reviewed the product, they gave you your pros and cons. That's the other side of it. It's true. No, nobody cares about your beats. I could play beats all my lowest performing videos. Let me do it this way. My lowest performing videos. My lowest performing videos are, guess what? My lowest performing videos are my beats. It's the beats. Nobody cares about your beats. People want to learn. They want to learn how to use the gear. Not only do they want to learn how to use the gear, they want to put themselves in a position where they can make beats. People look at this like this is the catch right here. Like this is getting a drum machine or learning a new skill is like standing in front of the sharks at Shark Tank, and you got your idea and you're like, I got the right idea. You better not get Kevin. you better get Damon. You better get Damon and not Kevin, and sometimes Mark Cuban, because, just because you got the gear does not mean you're going to make a dope beat. And just because you beat making don't mean that people are going to gravitate to you. You got to give people something. You got to give them some tips. They got to see your consistency. I've seen some people get monetized by being consistent. And I've seen, can I tell you something? What's my man? Kirk State? Last year, I saw Kirk State at the top of the year. I started following Kirk State at the top of the year. And guess what? He had like maybe 1,000. He had like 1,000 followers at that time. Less than that. He had like maybe 500 to 700. But he kept being consistent, kept giving great ideas, kept doing the next thing you know, he's where he's at now. So, and most of us like me, I have a job. I'm a full-time college professor. Full-time college professor. What my man Khalif say? He said, I think there should be a 100 beats completed requirement for every NPC who wants to post a complaint online. I bet you we see no more complaints anymore. And I'll notice that too. And I'm not trying to rib anybody, but sometimes I notice that people that come in and complain, you go to their page, they have nothing. They have nothing up there, and I give it to the people that develop the courage to go out and start making beats and then posting it online. It's hard to look in front of this camera and talk to yourself and encourage yourself and tell yourself you're going to do this, because now you have to use your imagination as if you're really talking to someone. You have to have the forethought to say, I'm going to give people information, or I'm going to communicate with people, and in communicating with people, I'm going to touch them in such a way that they'll like my content. If we got anybody in here, make sure you hit the like button. It took me a long time to get confident like this. I did not want to. If you watch my early videos, I was nervous because I was so worried about what people think. And I was like, how me, a teacher, and I was a preacher. And I stood before crowds and preached. I stood before people and teach. I remember being in rap battles and competitions. I used Mobb Deep lines when I was preaching. I don't use the curse words. Like, said, forget screw face. I watch hands. They're telling you, be aware, be aware. Anyway, what's he say? He said, oh no. He said, oh no problem. One thing on my channel, I want to let y'all know about the latest plugins, music, and video and stream. Yeah, that's you got to find your thing. It's to me, it's finding a way to do something that you're more than just a person that's making a beat. It's more to me than making a beat. I can play piano. I'm not the best, but I can play, and I'm not downplaying myself. I can play drums. I should have mic'd them drums up so it'll sound better. Um, I can produce. I teach my daughter how to play piano, and I think she's doggone better than me. I got videos of her scratching and things of that nature. This is the stuff we're doing. Let me see what's being said in the chat. It says, let me start. Let me go back. It says, Khalif said, just think about it. Hip hop classics were made on gear that has the most limited features, while we got new superpowered NPCs and dudes still whining and complaining. True. I had an 8-second Gemini sampler. Khalif, we talked about it before. That Gemini sampler had that big button, and you hit it, it would record for 8 seconds. I looped up the drums. I forget the artist. The same drums that they use in Bucktown, and the same drums the Tribe Called Quest used in Oh My God. It's a jazz artist, and it just won't come to mind right now. So 8 seconds, and then I had a tape recorder, a tape deck. Before that, I would pause button loop. People, I would use the answering machine. Sure, I know people like answering machine. Yeah, I recorded myself on the answering machine, put the tape together, put the music over top, layered it, and sent it off to the radio station. Blatantly says, yeah, he dropped a video about how he did that very good. It said, always the people that have nothing. I'm big on blocking the anonymous people. Yeah, Dame Taylor. He said, this is exactly why I stayed away from production videos, because it was much complaining in the comments more than the people trying to make moves with their music. We have the same sampler and I still got it. It's fire. Definitely. Here's my thing. I don't want to do all this complaining. You know what I mean? I want to make music. I love music. I'm the kid that went outside with his brothers and sisters, and we were like, New Edition and DeBarge was the big thing at the time, and we would go outside and I would make them have guitars and drums, and I would sing and stuff like that. Then my sister would come home from Jersey, and I shouldn't have hit the mic. Would come home from Jersey, and when she would get back, she would have all these tapes from WBLS, and it would be all these songs, Kid and Play, Eric B. and Rakim, Biz Markie. That's where I first heard, Make the Music. We heard rap before that, but I'm just saying, those are the things that inspired us. Give me 1 second. I gotta pop this mic. Everybody get ready. Testing 1 2. Still glitching. Anyway. I dare any producer who's serious about their gear to take the next 12 months and spend time creating on one piece of gear, and the skill level will grow tremendously. Not only that, like I did a video a while back, is the gear important? And I talked about how you got producers that we know them and we acknowledge them for their knowledge of their machine. Everybody, when they think of Jay Dilla, you think of the MPC 3000. Because he mastered the MPC 3000. Everybody that worked with him said he made it an instrument. Even when you heard about Ant Fiddler, and you hear that Ant Fiddler said he learned on the SP 1200. Not only did he learn on the SP 1200, he learned on the 3000 and the 60. And there was some guy who was giving an interview, and he said he had Dilla's drums from when he was working in the MPC 60. I watched it online. When you think of knots, you think of that ASRX, or you think of the what is that keyboard? I don't know why. Khalif, you got it. The same one that Jake One and Kanye uses. The ASR10. The ASR10. You think of Eric Sermon. You think of the Yamaha motif. It's just The gear is just an extension of your desire and your creativity. I'll say that again. I'll say that one more time. The gear the gear is just an extension of your desire and your creativity. That's all it is. If you got hunger inside you, you can work with anything. You know what I mean? But it's all about your desire. Let's see what other comments we got going on in here. How many people? We got 7 people up in here. Let's hit the like buttons. Let's 7 people hit the like buttons. It took me a long time to get to that, to ask for that too, to ask for the likes. I've learned not only like promote yourself. I go on my own pages and I like my own content. They be like, "Oh, that's pretentious." No, it's not. I'm gonna promote me. So I go back on my pages and I promote my own content. I'm trying to get YouTube to notice that somebody likes this. So that's some of the stuff I'm going to do. I've done. That's how I got my following on Instagram. Yep, you're right, Jaquez. Madlib is on the iPad now. You know, anything you got to think about it. I don't care what they say about this. It's computers. Look at it. Don't get me to get all techie in here. This is a computer. And what they don't know that same 3000 that they're raving about, that's a computer. They be like, analog, analog, analog. It's a computer. It's a different day and time. And they made computers differently back in then. That same computer that Mantronics was using, somebody took that computer and put it in a box. It's a computer. You want analog, you got to go get a guitar. And I'm not talking about an electric guitar. Go get an acoustic guitar. That's analog. Analog gear is different. This piano sitting behind me, that's analog. But I really didn't come to talk about gear. I feel like that's another thing about us producers. We're so wrapped up in gear. We're being tricked by the industry because we're sitting up here so wrapped up in gear that we don't realize that we're being marketed to. How else they going to make money? You got to market to us. We want to be like the big name producers. We want to get out there. We want people to recognize us. You know what I'm saying? So in that, what are we doing? We're reviewing the gear. We're buying the gear. We're robbing Peter to pay Paul to get the gear. You know what I mean? So in that, I come to talk about things you got to do to get monetized. And one of that is mastering your gear. You want to be the master. You want to read through the manual. You want to experiment, try different things so that you can master your gear so that when you present yourself in front of other people, they will look at you as a master. And then say, okay, I want to learn from that person because I see they've mastered a skill. I used to get upset back in the day. I used to be like, tips, tips, tips. All people want is tips. But look at the reward now. I got to give my man Very Sick Beats a round of applause. He has stayed in it and stayed consistent. I remember we would, '09, and we would all text each other and we would be on, watching each other's videos and stuff like that. He'd say, I was a deacon at the time, and he'd be like, "What's up, Deek?" And you could see him playing piano. But look at him now. Look at what he's doing. Look how he's grown. He remained consistent. At one point, I was like, how does he do it? He has to be creative. And I don't think he gets the fair shake he deserves. I feel like sometimes you got to be an a-hole to make it. You be an a-hole or a cutthroat clown, and all of a sudden you'll make it. You know what I mean? So let's go back to the comments. I think, yeah. So I read everything that was in the comments. But how do you get monetized? How do you get monetized? One of the things I want to show you is this. Don't compare yourself to others, but look at others and see what they're doing and see how you can add to you to be different at the same time. So 1 is consistency. 2 is idea generation. You have to generate ideas that garner the attention of others. You want to serve other people. How can I service this? That's business. That's business 101. How can I create a service, or how can I create a product that's going to put me in position where I can help others and gain something back, whether it's an email list, whether it's a product where you're going to get reward back, or a service where you're offering that service. Some people become mixing engineers, like my guy I had on, Will, so that you can not only that you can sell your engineering and your mixing services, you can also, if you get people in the studio, you can sell your beats. Bolo talked about that. There's other engineers that talked about that. I had them in the studio, and since I had them in the studio, I went ahead and I let them hear some of my beats, and that's how we got this song on the radio. So that's one. That's two. Consistency, coming up with ideas. He said, my thing with this music journey is I'm finding my sound. I'm excited for that day. I remember when I found my voice and sound rapping. Like 14 years, I was recording a song and said, this it. I got it. So you got it. So it's true. But that could be a journey. Us watching your journey of finding your sound. That could be a series where we find the journey of your sound. So what you're doing is you're leading us on a path to mastery. Do you know that people grab onto that? What's the guy that was the gamer? My daughters love him. They used to watch him all the time. The gamer. He was in that movie with the bears and stuff like that. Shoot, he had songs and stuff like that. But everybody was following him because they wanted to see him get to 10 million followers. And he got to 10 million followers. And as soon as he got to the 10 million, some people dropped off. You know what I mean? But he got to the 10 million. Let people see you in your journey. That's a series right there. People seeing you in your journey. That's a path to monetization. And then when people see you master that product, and boom, they can say, oh, I can follow this guy. I saw his journey. I saw what he's been through. And you know, you got them people that want to say, yeah, man, I was there from the beginning. You know, sometimes we hate when the artists blow up because we like, everybody knows them now. You know, I like them from the beginning. So that's one thing to really like think about and consider. So consistency, knowing your audience, serving your audience, becoming a master at your gear, you know, and having other ideas. You know what I mean? You got to have the ideas, but I'm realizing it's carving out time to plan out ideas, you know. Oh, and not only that, engaging with the audience. That's why I like doing live. I was afraid to come on and talk to people, but now it's a little better, you know, have better conversations. I even started a producer series. And with that producer series, we interview people and we move to monetization. But it's not for the purpose of monetization. It's to give people something so that they can say, you know what, I can relate to this person. I feel this person. You know what I mean? Here's another thing that you have to look at too, your analytics. A lot of people get on, they start making videos, but they don't look at their analytics. They said you should make your first 100 videos. After you make your first 100 videos, then you can analyze them better, see what worked, see what didn't work. That's why I can tell you nobody cares about your music. I said, because my music does the worst. You know what I mean? But when I teach something, when I give tutorials, let me show you this here, and I'm some stuff I got to pull down real quick because I don't want everybody to see all of my stuff. So give me 1 second, and I'm gonna take you behind the scenes. Let's go behind the scenes for a moment. All right, so here we are right here. I hate when it does that. Give me 1 second to change my view. All right, here we go. Okay, so I was just looking back at the. So here we are. So you got to come and you have to look at your analytics. You got to look at your analytics. Do you see that? So just in the last 28 days, I've got 12,000 some odd views. I got in the watch hours, I got 664.3 watch hours, 63 subscribers, and estimated to make $30. You know, you don't get the money until you make over 100. Okay. So you want to look at that from an overview perspective, but you also want to look at your top content. And this is just for a 28-day period. This shows you your top content, MPC 3.0. Sometimes you got to jump on a trend. Sometimes you don't. You don't want to jump on a trend. You want to be more than a trend person, because if you keep following trends, eventually you're going to run out. You're going to run out of ideas. So, and sometimes some things happen. You just got to jump on them as soon as it happens. I was on Facebook, and then I saw people complaining about what the NPC had and didn't have. And even though I have the NPC, I'm gonna be straight up. I'm whatever. I'm not beholden to a company. I will not just oh, this is the company. Da, da, da. No, I'm about making the music. Okay, so you got to really look at what performs well. All right. So here I can see these are videos that perform well. I see the views, and I see what is the constant trend. So right now it's like MPC, or I have my shorts that are doing something things, and people love this video right here, Machine Plus. Is it time to call it quits? This video right here gets consistent views. Okay, the Beginner's Guide to MPC Live 2 Time Stretching and Warping, and I get so many thank yous for that video. I get a lot of thank yous on my teaching style as well. He said, that's a fact about, yeah, definitely. Um, by my teaching style, he said, some people are fast. He said, but I like the way you slow it down, and that's just how I teach traditionally. But now I have more confidence. So once you see a good overview, you can even come up here and you can change that to like 7 days. And then you can see how things looked over the 7-day period. Okay. As far as your analytics, you can go into content. And I'm telling you some stuff some of you already know. But now I'm going to put it back to the last 28 days. And when you look here, you can see your new viewers and what are they into your videos, your live stream, your shorts, your returning viewers, who's coming back. A lot of people come back from my live streams. Said, good morning, fan from, I hate the way this thing reads. Let me get the Caster Labs up. I can see it better. He said, good morning from Seattle. In 2027, the Super Bowl is back. I think Snoop and a Tupac hologram will perform there. If you had to pick what city, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Television tuber. We'll get back to it. Then you have your subscriber count. What are they coming to see? Mostly, even though I got good metrics, they come in to see my live streams. That's the engagement part. Now you're engaging with an audience and you're building people. You're developing relationships. Remember I said it's about being communal? Then you can see your views, how your views look from your videos, your live streams and your shorts, your published content. You can even get down to see where people are coming from. Here's the browsing stats, browsing features. It says traffic from the homepage, home screen, the subscription feed, and others. That's basically when they see your browser, when they either browse for your information or they see your thumbnail, they click. And that's what that was. YouTube searches when people are searching for a certain content. Then you have external. So that's what makes us special as content creators. Everybody can do it like we can. They can't. Then you have external right here. Here's external where you want to look at, are you sending your videos to Facebook, to TikTok, to LinkedIn, to different areas that are drawing people back to you. You even have it where people remix your content. You got to be careful sometimes. Somebody's making money off your stuff. Then you can break it down from videos. You can look at the metrics that you're getting from videos, the metrics that you're getting from shorts. So you can come here, and I'm going to show you something else. Retention. Look at retention. This did pretty good, but I've had videos that the retention is horrible. Why? I use KitMaker. So now I'm working on how do I keep retention? How do I keep I noticed my metric shows that after 30 seconds, a lot of people fall off, because you got to think some people are scrolling, and as they're scrolling, they're looking for what they want to be entertained by, or they're looking for a certain amount of information. So sometimes you got to get to the point. Like you can't do all this talking and talking and talking, and then you don't get to the point. That's going to turn people off. So I'm learning to get faster with getting to the point. He says, I'm just getting out of a 2 month content break and I'm still getting views on old videos and shorts. I'm 400 plus videos in on YouTube alone. It's about like I got to get a consistent day. And that's why I say every day I'm going to try to do something. But I need a consistent day where everybody knows to show up. Everybody knew on Thursday nights you was going to watch The Cosby Show and you was going to watch A Different World and you was going to watch other shows. Everybody knew on Wednesday night you was going to watch Martin. And some people would watch Martin and they would flip back to either Friends or Seinfeld and then flip back to Martin because Martin was killing it at that time. So it's we're television show programmers, and that's the way you got to look at it. It's not just about the beats. It's not just about that's you got to build that up, but now you got to create a program. How do I do this? How do I set this up? And some people. I'm not going to put certain organizations out there, but I listen to a lot of organizations. I bought a lot of stuff because of that organization, and you got to find your way because sometimes what they're telling you to do won't work for you. I've been in the groups. I've been in the $1,000, not $1,000. I've been in the 1,000-hour groups or your first 1,000-view groups, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. You just got to grind. And here's another thing I want to say: you got to provide something, not just somebody watching you make beats. You got to provide. So if you're not providing a service, people are going to turn off. I just don't want to see. I look down the timeline and all see doop, 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 doop. If it ain't doing nothing for me, boot. If it ain't doing nothing for me, I'm gonna move on. So if I think like that, now I'm thinking how other viewers in your audience is thinking. So now it's let me look at what did well, what didn't do well, what happened in the first 30 seconds, how did I lose people, what did I do to lose them. And people talk about retention editing. You don't have to do retention editing, but once you grab people, you got to keep them. It's one guy, he's so smooth. All he do is talk. He talk about current events. He talks about health. He talks about your well-being. And every video has over 100,000 views. And I said, man, he's mastered the art of talking to people. Just like Myron Golden said, he said you can either trade your time, your body for time and money, or you can trade your knowledge for time and money, or you can begin to communicate. And after communicating and mastering communicating, then you can create products. So it's a lot of things. So I look at this as well. I've noticed that there's other things that you can. I have an app right here. This is Mr. Beast's app right here. It's called View Stats. So if you click that and go to View Stats, you can start to look at other creators. Now I have the free version. I don't have. Let me show you my boy right here, Beats by Lonze. You can go right in right here and take a look at Beats by Lonze and see how well he's doing. Look, 90 subs over the last 28 days. That's really good. He estimated, like if he was monetized, he would be making anywhere from $30 to $130. You see what I'm saying? You can look at it. This channel. That's over a 28-day period. So you can look at other kinds of metrics. What's up, D Rich? What's up, D Rich? My guy. Thank you for coming. Look. 7 days, 7 subs, 5,000 views, almost 6,000 views. You see what I'm saying? It gives you other metrics as well. You got to look at your analytics, but then your analytics should also lead you on how you're going to perform or what ideas you're going to create. So let me go to my vidIQ. So I'm gonna go to my vidIQ because I could have done it here. I wouldn't even sweat it. You can always build it up. It's just about consistency. Once you get back in and people start following you, or you look at the video that has the best following, and you can actually see it. Like if I go here and I pull myself up, if I pull myself up right here, and then I go to videos, this is in View Stats. I go to videos, and then I come here and I go to the most recent. I can look at trending Here's my most popular. You're about to see my most popular video. This is within a 28-day period, I believe. My most popular video, tempo matching and time stretching, 5,000 views. The next is about Machine Plus. Then I was like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have got rid of it so fast and I could do more teaching on it. But I had it for a long time. I had it for 3 to 4 years. What's up, DMG? How you doing? Look at that, 4,000, almost 5,000 views. Look at the, I got to do more SP404 videos, 4,000 views. And I just gave my thoughts on it. But look at this one. Shit, you get a machine lesson. Look, this is a recent video and it's got 3,000 views. Where's my update? I had an issue. It was hard to find the update. Since it was hard to find the update, give me a second. Since it was hard to find the update, I figured other people were having that issue too. So I hurried up and put it out there. Consistency and quality, yes, are key. It takes time to build an audience and establish your voice. Remember, every piece of content, even if it doesn't go viral, is a step. Yes, a step towards your goals. I go back and I look at my old videos and I'm like, dang, look at where I've came from. Look at where I came from. You got to keep going. Mr. B said 100 videos. Then you'll start to look and pay attention to what you did bad and what you did good. You know, I will tell you this. I'm the first one to come up with let me see the video if I got it. I did video editing and I took the pads of the MPC and I took this part and I put them on, it was a short, and I put it on top of each other. Let me go back here and see what's up. I'm in vidIQ too. Some of y'all are my competitors, but I ain't gonna show all of that. Let me go to optimize. And come here, and I'm gonna scroll down. Look at that. This is when I really started getting better. You know, the thumbnail started drawing people. So your thumbnails and your titles are part of it as well. It's not everything, but your thumbnails and your titles are part of it. You know, let me scroll down just a little more, see if I can find that one video. A video that I thought was supposed to do good, but I thought this video was going to do better because, you know, I used a lot of graphics and motion graphics, but it didn't take off. What's a video? I can't find it, but it's all about visually stimulating the listener. Like I hate that when you go live, they don't give you enough real estate, so you gotta look crazy. Like I hate these. That's not going to draw people. So vidIQ is one of the tools that I use to help me optimize my video, but I also use ChatGPT. You know, but I type a lot of my stuff in. But look, I got 300 and I almost have 400 videos. So I was like, it's time to ramp up. It's time to ramp up and then, you know, look at things from a different perspective. But yeah, so let's wrap it up. So wrap it up, B. So consistency is 1. 2 is idea generation. Not just idea generation, but it's also let me get this back up. So it's idea generation, it's consistency, idea generation. It's also having, you know, mastering your craft, mastering what you're doing, or showing people you're on a path to mastery. You got to engage people. You know, I'm learning this gear here, and they see you walking, fumbling through the process. By video 10, they see you're better. Somebody said, "Oh, I would study all this stuff and before." No. Let people see you on your journey to mastering the gear. You know, let me. I'm gonna get back to the chat for a second, so I can read what's going on. He says, "Don't overthink your content. Just be you. Authentic. Beat perfection every time. Show up as you are, and the right people will follow." He said, "I purposely love being imperfect." Perfectly me when I post because I'd rather people see who I am on a regular basis instead of capping for the camera. And I used to cap for the camera. I didn't want nobody. I would edit because I didn't want nobody to see my mistakes. But I learned over time you can't You can't hide that after a while. That's why I was afraid to live stream. I was afraid to live. I said they're gonna see every mistake I make. You know how I gotta play the keyboard 10 times to get that riff to work. You know, but it's practice, mastering your craft. So you gotta master your craft. Not only that, you can't be selfish with your post or what you putting out there. What I mean by that is, oh, nobody's watching me. Nobody's watching. What you giving? Are you giving a sound pack? Are you giving some information on how to do certain things? It's a service industry. Entertainment is a service industry, and we all forget that. This is a service. We're here to serve people. You know, and I always say this: people walk around like they're the biggest tough guys. I'm like, dude, you writing poetry. You writing poetry. Come on. How tough is poetry? You're a storyteller. You get what I'm saying? So let's can the bull crap. We're here to serve other people. And if you serve them well, then you'll reap the rewards of what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? You will reap the rewards. He said, I'm tired of chasing algorithm updates. Just focus on what you can control. Consistency. Keep creating, keep posting, and keep growing. That's it. That's it. They'll catch on. If they don't catch on, I guarantee you eventually you'll find something else that you were destined to do. Maybe it wasn't destined to make beats. Maybe you were destined to tell people how to get monetized. Maybe it wasn't that you would make beats. Maybe it was you to connect with other people, and then now you got them linked together and to do something else. You know, maybe you have a dope business idea, and this is just an introduction for people to see your business idea. I teach cyber. I will be offering cyber classes for people that want to get their cyber certificates. So this is one way I'm moving into technology. I loved it when Dilio was talking about the CPU and RAM. I can tell you about the booting process and how everything goes to RAM. These are computers. The information has to go to RAM. I don't care if it's a 3000. It doesn't just turn on. The software has to be found after you press the button, and then the software has to leave a chip and go to the RAM. I'm just saying. But I will have videos about that as well. So remember these things, your metrics. You got to look at your metrics and your analytics. You can also look at other people and copy their videos and make videos like them, but be different. Don't do exactly what they do. You know what I mean? A lot of people have done it. People have copied my videos, and their videos have gone on to do 200,000. Because hey, when I did my thinking, things you didn't know about music, and I talked about Cool Herc, a big creator came and swooped in and took the idea and did something else with it. But I don't get mad. I'll just say, you just got to keep moving. He said, I appreciate the game. Yeah, it's all about sharing, man. It's all about giving people information. You can't hoard it, because if you hoard it, you know what? It's like my Khalif, yo. It's like when he said, me and Khalif were talking. He was talking about the 10 talents. You can't. You know, when you have the one that he had 5 talents, another one had 3, and one had 1, and the one that had the 1 talent went and buried it in the ground. And he came to the master and he said, I knew that you were like a selfish type person, and you were really hard on people, so I saved it for you. He said, well, why would you save it instead of, he said, you could have given it to the other guy who invested and got more. You see what I'm saying? So don't hold on to your gifts. I'm at the age, y'all, I'm going to be 49 this year. 49. I'm not holding on to, black men typically live to the age of 51. That's the average. 51. I will not die and not put my gifts out there. I'm not doing it. I gotta get this gift out there. I gotta put this gift out there, and I gotta inspire people to do the same. So that's what I'm doing. That's what this is about. I'm interviewing people. I'm informing people. I'm telling you how to get monetized. I'm telling you how to trust the process and stop not believing in yourself. Khalif said, content creators, stop worrying about what others think. Just post your video. Yeah, I would dare somebody to come and critique my videos as hard as I work. There ain't nobody, I'm sorry, the gatekeeping has to stop. That's why I love the young FL producers. You can't gatekeep them young guys. As a school teacher, I would let the producers come into my classroom during lunch and make beats. I'm teaching computers, but they could come and bring their computers and they could sit there and make beats. I'm not going to stop them young guys. It's too much of this gay. Oh, I've been in the business all these years. Where's your resume, dog? Where's your resume? I'm just saying, y'all, do what you got to do and get yourself out there and follow your dreams. This is the avenue to the dreams, and we're going to get it. You hear me? If you like my videos, if you like the content I've been dropping, if you like the things that's been going on, I know I'm staring at my camera right here. If you like the things we've been giving to you, you know what I mean? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And thank y'all so much for being a part of Civil Days Music. I truly appreciate it. I truly thank you for helping me grow and get here. And my job is to offer a service. Okay? Thank you. Everybody have a great day. Peace.